Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how I create a nice dewy long-lasting makeup base so that you guys do not have to actually retouch your makeup during halfway throughout the day. So I'm going to be sharing my secret with you guys on how I create a long-lasting makeup base. This is what I do when I don't want to retouch my makeup halfway during the day. So if you guys would love to know how I do that, please keep watching. So basically I'll be starting off with my Bobbi Brown's Vitamin Enriched face base. This is the primer, also called moisturizer, that I go to before I start on with my makeup. So I'm just going to do it on skin. I'm just going to do it on the video itself, how I create a long-lasting base from start to scratch. I usually just apply this in generous amounts before I start on with my makeup. I also go on to apply some on my neck area. Okay, so once I've actually applied this base, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to allow a little while for the product to sit onto my skin. You want to make sure that whatever makeup base, primer, moisturizer that you use before your makeup, you allow actually some time for it to sit on your skin before you go in to do your makeup. This is really vital because you don't want to move the product around when you start to apply your makeup, your foundation for example. Okay, so once I have allowed my primer or my base to actually sit on my skin for a while, I go on to my foundation. So today I'm going to be using my Nars Sheer Glow foundation in the shade Stromboli. I swear by this foundation, guys. I mean, if you watch my videos, you know that I use this like almost all the time. So what I'm going to do is, my personal preference is always to use a foundation brush. So this is the flat foundation brush from Decay Beauty or Decay Cosmetics. You guys have to check out their brushes range. It's amazing, and I'm really loving their brushes actually. So yeah, I'm just going to jump in and apply my foundation using my brush. You can actually choose to use a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. It's completely up to you. Personally, I prefer using a brush to just apply my foundation all over my face. When you pick your foundation, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pick the most popular product in the market, or any product or foundations that popular brands release. We have to find the foundation that works really well for our skin, that matches best to our skin tone. I think that's vital when you pick up your foundation. And also, if you have dry to normal skin, my suggestion is pick a foundation that does not dries you out. Personally, I have dry to normal skin. That's why I prefer my foundations to have a dewy base, something with moisture in it, compared to a matte base foundation. If you have combination or oily skin, then of course you can choose a matte base foundation as long as it doesn't dry you out. You want to bring down your foundation on your neck area as well, so that the color is uniformed. Some people have a lighter face, in the sense that their face is lighter than their necks. Some others have their face, which is darker than their neck. I tend to have that problem. My face is usually darker than my neck and for the rest of my body, so I have to get a foundation that matches the color of everything else. If not, it's a little weird. So how much of foundation that you guys would want to use, it's really up to you. For me, I wear foundation every day, so I try not to wear too much, if that makes sense. On a daily basis, I just go for about 1 to 2 pumps at the max. And then on days that I have to attend events, then probably I wear a heavier foundation and I actually put on a little bit more, whatever that's required, whatever that I feel that has good coverage. Okay, so basically once I'm done with the foundation, I go on to apply my favorite concealer. Currently I'm actually using MAC's Mineralize Skincare Concealer in the shade NW25. I really like it because I feel that it's not thick on my skin. I'm just gonna conceal my under eyes with a large concealer brush. You can use a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, it's up to you, but it's just my preference to use a brush instead. So what I like to do is I like to bring my concealer upwards and cover up the whole eyelid area, just to make sure that there are no discolorations and everything is nice and well. Another trick is I try not to apply too much of product under my eyes because I don't want it to be caking up halfway throughout the day. I am then going in to apply parts where there are dark spots. So what I like to do is, again, you can always use a beauty blender or a beauty sponge to just quickly conceal it. For me, I always go by using a small concealer brush and just cover up my dark spots, you know, just by tapping on them. It works all the time. I feel that, you know, it covers it up really well. Not sure if you can see it on screen, but it works. So once I've done that, what I do next is usually go in again with a large concealer brush just to make sure that, you know, it's all covered up and it's looking as seamless as possible. So this is where my secret lies. I do not set my foundation and my concealer immediately. What I do is I actually go in with the first layer of makeup setting spray. You can always do your contouring before this as well, but today I'm not going to do any cream contouring or any contouring. I'm just going to go in to set my base. And I'm going to do this first step with a makeup setting spray. Okay, so basically I'm just going to spray it now. Shake well and just let the thing set for a bit. Once that's done, I'm going to take my loose powder. So basically I'm just using Laura Mercier's translucent powder. What we're going to do here is I'm going to take the small brush, alright? I'm just going to tap pick up a little bit of powder and just going to go onto parts where I produce more sebum, or these are parts of my face where I realize I get oily during the day. It's usually my T-zone area, so I'm just dabbing the powder a little bit. Once I've done that, that's when I go on to powder up the rest of my face. So I'm just applying the powder onto the rest of my face. It doesn't matter whether you've applied it on your T-zone. I'm just going to apply a second layer on top of that. Going on to my forehead and of course the neck area. Do not forget the neck area, guys. Before we set the makeup again, I'm going to quickly just contour my face using a powder contour, and I'm using Tarte's Princess, what's this called again? Park Avenue Princess Palette. Just a very quick light contouring. Such an easy product to use, especially on days when you don't feel like, you know, going in with a cream contour. I have the tendency to really go dark, so I'm trying to lighten up my contouring. Okay, next I'm going to be using this blush from Milani. It's called Tea Rose. It's so pretty and I think I've used it quite a bit. So I'm just going to apply it on the apples of my cheek. I love this highlighter. It was one of my favorite, and probably I think this was one of my first few highlighters that I ever come across. It's MAC Global Glow, right? It's MAC Global Glow. I think that should be enough. Let's just proceed to set our face before I go crazy with this highlighter. And my final step is actually to spray your face once more before you go on to your eye makeup or whatsoever. So I'm just going to do this now. Okay, shake again. Spray it and let it set. So just wait for a while, let the spray set in, let it just lock in your foundation and your base and your basically everything that you just applied on your face. Okay guys, so I am back after doing my eye makeup and also my lipstick. Do let me know if you found this video to be helpful. Try this makeup hack out and let me know if it works for you. I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments. Do of course leave your comments down below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye now!